Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Ukrainian MP issues major WW3 warning after Donald and Putin call. Ever since yesterday's phone call between Donald and Vladimir, today Europe is about to declare state of emergency. And I did post a video. The link will be in the comments box if you guys want to check that out. I want to bring this one up too. So give me a second here. Secret intelligence report reveals the bear leader Vladimir preparing for WW3. Now the bear will start a new war, and we're going to find out when. So as per a secret assessment by Denmark's Defense Intelligence Service of the bear leader Vladimir is preparing to start a major war in Europe within 5 years. All right, so we're going to see what's going on in that second article. So we got two breaking news here, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and all the links to the video I posted today will be in the comments box. And again, for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link, and also we have the Patreon link in the description box. Another way to support the channel is through Patreon. $1 a month. We get you access once a week to our live stream. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on YouTube. All right, let's see what's going on here, guys. You got all these breaking news coming out. Europe is not pleased. You have Olaf, the Chancellor of Germany. He's declaring state of emergency. He wants everybody else to do the same thing because of the phone call between Donald and Vladimir. All right, so Ukrainian MP has expressed major concerns following the U.S. leader announcement on Wednesday. Now you have Oleski said he fears the possibility of Donald visiting Vladimir in Moscow will embolden Vladimir and other in the world. All right, for those of you that don't know, Vladimir invited Donald and China leader to Moscow May 9th, 2025. So he told Sky News that for the U.S. leader to visit Moscow would send the wrong message. And he said the lesson should be you can't act like the bear acts, because if you can, that would be a disaster for everybody. All right, so Europe feels like Donald, it seems like, betraying NATO. So Donald has spoken to Vladimir about ending the biblical war over the phone earlier this week, and said in a post on Truth Social he hopes they will be visiting each other's nations. All right. So what do you guys think? Leave comments down below. Do you think Donald is doing a good thing here? Do you think that ending this war will be a good thing? Because according to Europe, and according to other, again, Ukrainian allies, they have a different point of view. All right, so Mr. Goncharenko described Vladimir as a criminal and a warning to the West. Now, he told Sky, Mark Austin, I really think to go to Moscow is not the best idea. It's up to Donald to decide what he would do. Sometimes you need to speak to criminal that can happen, but that doesn't mean you should hug criminals. All right. So this person said the talks have brought Vladimir back from isolation from the rest of the world, but admitted there is little choice. He said he believes Vladimir is emboldened after the call, and it will be a disaster for the whole world if Ukraine were to fall, warning of grave consequences. Now, this person said, we want peace, and we want peace more than anybody else in the world. We are, again, I'm going to skip that word, every day, but we want real peace, not a ceasefire. We don't want what's happening now in the yellow and blue country, Ukraine, to become just the beginning of a huge WW3. And unfortunately, I see big chances for this. And I don't think the right way is to embolden people like Vladimir. He said he has no other choice but to trust the Donald administration. Ukrainian leader will sit down with U.S. VP J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Rubio at the Munich Security Conference on Friday tomorrow. Now, the talks are expected to center on U.S. continued push to end the biblical war, which started almost 3 years ago following the Bear full-scale operation. All right, so all it took was 90 minutes. Donald and Vladimir agreed to immediate negotiations to end war in 90-minute call. That 90-minute call is what caused all this, all this speculation, all this panic mode. And I did post a video. It's in the comments box. It's called the panic mode, state of emergency. So Europe is like in panic mode right now. They don't like Donald. They really don't like what he's doing here. They're very concerned right now. They're very concerned. They think that Donald is betraying Europe. So the Bear Crane War. The world has been witnessing two major wars that have taken the lives of thousands on both sides, but very recently, the speculation about a ceasefire between Crane and the Bear made headlines as the U.S., under the leadership of Donald, pushed for peace. Contrary to the above point, here is a news update which, if turns true, might lead to a new biblical war in Europe. Here's all the detail you need to know about the situation. So let's see what's going on here. Give me a second. Let me just pause the video here really quick. As per a secret assessment by Denmark's Defense Intelligence Service, Vladimir, the leader of the Bear, is preparing to start a major war in Europe within 5 years. Moreover, British media outlet The Sun has claimed that the Bear may wage war with neighboring countries like Georgia or Moldova, which were formerly part of the SU, after the Bear Crane War ends. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Again, that's what they assume. This is not like fact. This is something that they assume. They believe that's going to happen, but there's no... Again, Vladimir said that he's not going to do that. Number one, if they do that, I mean, that's like Article 5, right? I think Romania is part of NATO. So if the Bear invades Romania, then that's Article 5. That's Article 5, which means NATO would come together, all countries. They will form an alliance and go after the Bear. That's like 30-plus country going against Russia. Again, Vladimir said, Vladimir's not going to be doing that. He's not going to be risking his entire country for that. Is Romania worth it? Is Romania worth all these nukes flying to Vladimir? No. The secret report also goes on to say that the Bear is building the capability to do so if deemed necessary, and it may soon a war when it feels NATO is at its weakest point. Crane reacts on U.S. and the Bear peace deals. The leader of Crane, Zelensky, said that Crane would not accept any bilateral agreements on its fate reached by the Bear capital, Moscow, and Washington in its absence, and also called for Europe to have a seat at the negotiation table at the end of the biblical war. It says here, Ukrainian leader made the comments at a nuclear plant on his way to Munich Security Conference a day after Donald spoke to the Bear leader Vladimir and Zelensky in his first big diplomatic moves to end the biblical war, as per a report covered by news agency Reuters. Gotta be careful with Reuters. Vladimir called and remarks by Donald, defense secretary, who said Kiev cannot join NATO or have its land back, have raised alarm in Europe at that the White House could seek to make a deal with Vladimir without them. So once again, I don't think Donald is going to be urging Vladimir to give up those lands. I don't know what's going to happen there. Those lands that was annexed, including Crimea, back in 2014. Zelensky has been pushing to meet Donald before Donald meets Vladimir, although the U.S. leader said on Wednesday that he was expecting to meet Vladimir in the future, probably in Saudi Arabia. Now, Ukraine has said it is working on a Zelensky-Donald meeting, but nothing firm has been announced so far. All right, so once again, this is the big breaking news that's coming out right now. You got major concerns. WW3 concerns here. I mean, again, I don't see anything going down in the next 5 years. But again, in the next 5 years, Donald is not going to be leader. It's going to be someone else. And that someone else is going to start some biblical war. I want to bring this up really quick here. U.S. Navy aircraft carrier collides with a merchant vessel near Egypt. Now it says here, and I believe this was an accident here, the USS Harry Truman, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, collided with a merchant vessel near Port Said, Egypt, late Wednesday night. You know what Egypt is saying? Get out of here. You guys are supposed to be on the other side of the ocean. What are you doing bringing our stuff? So the carrier remains stable, and everybody's okay. Now, its propulsion system are fully operational, according to the Navy. With only 11 carriers in the fleet, any serious damage could strain Sleeping Giant naval readiness. All right, so everything is good in that part. Give me a second here, guys. I want to see if there's any more information here. By the way, just to let you guys know, Donald came out and said Joe sent $300 billion to the yellow and blue country for the past almost 3 years. $300 billion. $300 billion is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It was sent to Ukraine for that war. Unbelievable. All right, guys. It seems like this might be it so far for this news. Yeah, it seems like this is so far this is it. Let me just check one more thing here, guys. And I want to thank every single one of you for your love and support. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm trying to bring you guys all the latest updates when it comes to nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Donald said that he wants the bear back in G7. As NATO warned of dark times since WW2. Let me bring this up really quick. This is some good information here. This is something that's coming out today. Donald calls the bear to return to G7 as European Defense Minister warns NATO of darkest times since WW2. So you see what's going on here, right? So you got Donald is working a peace negotiation with Vladimir. Europe is saying this is dark times, man. We got this man that is working peace with Vlad. So you know what they're saying? Joe, where are you, Joe? I don't think Joe know where he at either. Donald said He would love to have the bear return to G7 group of advanced economies and that expelling the country was a mistake. The bear had been a member of the Club of Industrialized Nations, then known as the G8, until it was excluded following the annexation of Crimea region in 2014. Now, Donald said, "I'd love to have them back. I think it was a mistake to throw them out. Look, it's not a question of liking the bear or not liking the bear," the sleeping giant leader said at the White House. He also said that high-level people from the bear will attend Munich's security conference on Friday. The bear is going to be there with our people. Crane is also invited, the president said. I wonder how's that going to work out. So during a series of fast-paced announcements, including a series of U.S. trade tariffs, he also said he wants to discuss reducing defense spending with the bear and the red dragon. A halt of domestic defense expenditure and support moves towards getting rid of nuclear equipment. That's another one too. He said he want to get rid of nuclear equipment. That's going to be my next video for this channel. The sleeping giant leader had already announced on Wednesday that he and Vladimir would start peace talk immediately to end the war in Ukraine. But much of the Thursday focus on global defense and spending came after a fractious NATO meetings in Brussels. It has been an intense 24 hours of diplomacy in Brussels, during which, number one, Ukraine's leader said his country must have a place at the negotiation table. Number two, the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry said Ukraine will be involved in peace talk one way or another. Number three, Donald, Defense Secretary Pete, reiterated that the U.S. vowed to focus its military might away from Europe, telling NATO allies Donald won't allow anyone to turn Uncle Sam into Uncle. Ooh, wow. And that's where we at right now. Make NATO great again. So Mr. P told NATO allies that the sleeping giant will not guarantee Europe's security and pressure leaders to spend more on their militaries. It says here he told reporters we must make NATO great again, as he called on allies to do far more for Europe's defense. In terms of military spending, as a proportion of a country's GDP, the U.S. Defense Secretary said 2% is a start, but it's not enough. Nor is 3%, nor is 4%, more like 5%. Real investment, real urgency. All right, so that's what's going on right now, guys. So Donald, he wants Russia back, the G8. So Donald is trying to work the peace out, and you have Europe is saying we living in dark times. This man is being deceived. This man is being played by Vladimir. Donald is blind and he's being deceived, and he's gonna take us to WW3. And that's the big concern going on right now with all these talk. And that's why, check out my video, you have Olaf is declaring state of emergency, and he wants others to declare state of emergency too, from that phone call yesterday between Donald and Vladimir. They're saying that Donald is being blinded. You cannot trust the bear. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path. And that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about in the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.